morning. Today we are going to discuss about transportation in plants and circulation in animals. Introduction. Transportation in plants. The plants have low energy needs as they use relatively slow transport system. Plant transport system move energy from leaves and raw material from root to all their parts. The xylem tissues move the water and minerals obtained from the soil to all other parts of the plants. The phloem tissue transport products of photosynthesis from the leaves where they are synthesized to other part of the plant. Circulatory system in animals. Transport system are circulated to survival. Unicellular organism rely on simple diffusion for the transport of nutrients and removal of waste. Multicellular organisms have developed more complex circulatory system. There are two types of circulatory system found in animals: open and closed circulatory system. Learn how the water and minerals move from the soil to the plants. Learn how prepared food by the leaf is translocated to the various parts of the plant. Understand the role of osmosis and transpiration. Understand the compensation of blood. Identify and explain the structure of heart and associated blood vessels. Understand the systematic pulmonary coronary circulation. Differentiate the events of the cardiac cycle. Know about the blood pressure and heartbeat. Understand the use of stethoscope and sphygmometer. Identify the different blood groups. Understand the role of lymphatic system. Multicellular organisms possess millions of cells in their body. Every cell needs a constant supply of essential substance like nutrients and oxygen to maintain life and survival. Food is the only source of energy, and every cell gets its energy by the breakdown of glucose. The cells utilize this energy and govern various vital activities of life. Have you ever wondered how water and nutrients absorbed by the root are transported to the leaves? How is the food prepared by the leaves carried to the other part of the plants? Do you know how water reaches the top of tall plants in spite of not having a circular system like animals? Water absorbed by the roots have to reach entire plant, and the food synthesized by the leaves have to be distributed to all the parts of plant. To understand this, we need to recall the anatomy of the plant. Water and mineral salts absorbed by the roots reach all part of the plant through the xylem. The food synthesized by the leaves are translocated to all part of the plant through the phloem. The bulk movement of substance through the vascular tissue is called translocation. Transport means to carry things from one place to another. Have you ever wondered how in animals the useful substance are transported to other cells and toxic substances are removed. In large organisms, transport of nutrients, salts, oxygen, hormones, and waste products around the body are performed by the circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of the circulating fluids, the blood and lymph, and the heart and blood vessels, which form the collecting and transporting system. A means of transport in plants. The transport of materials in and out of the cells is carried out by diffusion and active transport in plants. Diffusion, the movement of molecules in liquid and solid form, a region of higher concentration to a region of their lower concentration without the utilization of energy, is called diffusion. This is a passive process. See the diffusion across the cell membrane. The figure before diffusion is another one called after diffusion. Active transport. Active transport utilizes energy to pump molecules against a concentration gradient. Active transport is carried out by membrane bounded proteins. These proteins use energy to carry substance across the cell membrane. Hence they are often referred to as pumps. These pumps can transport substance from a low concentration to high concentration. That is called as a uphill transport. Osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of solvent or water molecules from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. This process is carried out till an equilibrium is reached. Osmosis is the passive movement of water or any other solvent molecules. Plasmolysis. It occurs when water moves out of the cell and resulting in the shrinkage of cell membrane away from the cell wall. See the picture, the normal plant cell. Giving for higher concentration of any one solution, the cell is plasmolysed. The protoplasm is shrinkaged. In the process of loss of water, the cell is plasmolysed. A demonstration of osmosis. A thistle funnel whose mouth is covered with semi-permeable membrane is filled with a sucrose solution. It is kept inverted in a beaker containing water. The water will diffuse across the membrane due to osmosis and raise the level of the solution in the funnel. It's called Thistle funnel experiment. Imbibition. Imbibition is a type of diffusion in which a solid absorbs water and gets swelled up. Example, absorption of water by seeds and dry grapes. If it were not for imbibition, seedlings would not have been able to emerge out of the soil. Root hair, water absorbing unit. There are millions of root hairs on the tip of the root which absorb water and minerals by diffusion. Root hairs are thin-walled cylinder extension of epidermal cell that increase the surface area of absorption. See the root tip with root hairs. The root cap is the protective layer and presents for region of meristematic cells. The meristematic cells is undifferentiated mass of cells, and a region of elongation and region of maturation. This region present for the root hairs. Pathway of water absorbed by roots. Once the water enters the root hairs, the concentration of water molecules in the root hair cell become more than of the cortex. Thus, water from the root hair moves to the cortical cell by osmosis and then reaches the xylem. From there, the water is transported to the stem and leaves. Tiers of the root showing movements of water from soil to xylem. See, the root hairs is absorbing of waters. The root cortex cells is paused, go and bind for xylem vessels. Types of movement of water into the root cell. Once water is absorbed by the root hairs, it can move deeper into root layers by two distinct pathways: apoplastic pathway, symplast pathway. Apoplast pathway, the apoplastic movement of water occur exclusively through the intercellular space and the wall of the cells. Apoplastic movement does not involve crossing the cell membrane. This movement is dependent on the gradient. Symplast pathway. The symplastic movement, the water travel through the cell, that is their cytoplasm. Intercellular movement is through the plasmodesmata. Water enter the cells through the cell membrane. Hence the movement is relatively slower. Movement is again down a potential gradient. See the picture. Symplast and apoplastic pathway of waters. See, the apoplastic pathway, the intercellular space is transport is carried out. Symplastic pathway with a connection of plasmodesmata of intercellular transport. This transpiration Transpiration is the evaporation of water in plants through stomata in the leaves. Stomata are open in the day and closed at night. The opening and closing of the stomata is due to the change in turgidity of the guard cells. When water enters into the guard cells, they become turgid and the stomata open. When the guard cell lost water, it becomes flaccid and the stomata closed. See the process of transpiration. A pot containing for plants, the plants is closed by any one plastic bag. The water droplets present in the plants. Water evaporates from mesophyll cells of leaves through the open stomata. This lower water concentration in mesophyll cells. As a result, more water is drawn into these cells from the xylem present in the vines through the process of osmosis. As water is lost from the leaves, pressure is created at the top to pull more water from the xylem to the mesophyll cells. This process is called transpiration pull. This extends up to the root, causing the root to absorb more water from the soil to ensure continuous flow of water from the roots to the leaves. Transpiration is affected by several external factors such as temperature, light, humidity, and wind speed. Internal factors that affect transpiration include number and distribution of stomata, percentage of open stomata, water status of the plant, Canopy structure. See, guard cells in turgid and flaccid condition. The stomata open. See, the nucleus is present there, vacuole is presented, the stomata is open, the bulged, and guard cell, the stomata is closed, the size is reduced. Importance of transpiration creates transpiration pull for transport of water, supply water for photosynthesis, transport minerals from soil to all part of the plant, cool the surface of the leaves by evaporation, keeps the cell turgid, hence maintain their shape. Root pressure. As iron from the soil are actively transported into the vascular tissue or the root. Water moves along and increase the pressure inside the xylem. This pressure is called root pressure and is responsible for pushing water to smaller height of the stem. Uptake of minerals. Plants depend on minerals from soil for its nutritional requirements. All minerals cannot be passively absorbed by roots. Two factors account of this. Minerals are present in the soil as charged particles, ion, that cannot move across cell membrane. And the second one, the concentration of minerals in the soil is usually lower than the concentration of minerals in the root. Therefore, most minerals enter the root by active absorption through cytoplasm of epidermal cells. This need energy in the form of ATP. Then it is transported to all parts by transpiration pull. Translocation of mineral ions. Minerals are remobilized from older dying leaves to younger leaves. This phenomena can be seen in deciduous plants. Elements like phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen, and potassium are easily mobilized, while elements like calcium are not remobilized. Small amount of material exchange take place between xylem and phloem. Phloem transport. The food synthesized by the leaves are transported by the phloem either to the area of requirement or stored. Phloem tissue is composed of sieve tubes which have sieve plates. Cytoplasmic strand pass through the pore in the sieve plates. Phloem transport food, that's called as a sucrose. From the sucrose to a sink, the sucrose is part of the plant that synthesize food, that is the leaf, and sink is the part that need or store the food. But the source and sink may be reversed depending on the season or the plant's need. Since the sucrose sink relationship is variable, the direction of movement in the phloem can be upward or downward, that is bidirectional. In contrast, the movement is always unidirectional in xylem, that is upward. Translocation of sugars. The mechanism of translocation of sugar from source to sink is through pressure flow hypothesis. Glucose prepared at source by photosynthesis is converted to sucrose. Sucrose move into the companion cells, then into the living phloem sieve tube cells by active transport. This process produces a hypertonic condition in the phloem. Water is the adjacent. Xylem move into the phloem by osmosis. As osmotic pressure build up, the phloem sap moves to area of lower pressure. But active transport, sucrose move into the cells where it is utilized or stored. A sugar are removed, the osmotic pressure decreases and water move out of the phloem. As the end of sap and its events and woven. The upward movements of water and minerals from roots to different plant parts is called ancient of sap. A number of factors play a role in ancient of sap and it take place in following steps. See, the osmosis pushes water to root hairs. Capillary action result in rising up water at the base of the stem. Root pressure pushes water to stem. Adhesion choice makes column of water molecules. Transportation center transpiration pull in leaves. Root pressure. Water from soil enter the root hairs due to osmosis. Root pressure is a response for movement of water up to the base of the stem. Capillary action. Water or any liquid rise in a capillary tubes because of physical force. This phenomena is called capillary action. In the same way, in stem water rise up to certain height because of capillary action. Addition choice of water molecules. Water molecules from a continuous column in the xylem because of force of adhesion and choice among the molecules. Choice, the force of attraction between molecules of water is called choice. Adhesion, the force of attraction between molecules of different substance is called adhesion. Water molecule stick to a xylem because of force of adhesion. More to know, dews or water droplets on the leaves of grass. See, in the early morning when the climate is humid and excess of water is present in the plant. This excess water is exuded in the form of liquid. This is due to root pressure. This phenomena is called guttation, which take place through specialized cell called hydatodes. Transpiration pull. Transpiration through stomata create vacuums which create a suction called transpiration pull. The transpiration pull sucks the water column from the xylem tubes and thus water is able to rise to great height, even the tallest plant. Demonstration for root pressure. Choice is small soft stem plants. Cut the stem horizontally near the base with the blade. In the morning you will see drops of solution oozing out of the cut stem due to the root pressure. Blood. Blood is the main circulatory medium in the human body. It is a red color fluid connective tissue. Components of blood. The blood consists of two main components, the fluid plasma and the formed elements, blood cell, which are found suspended in the plasma. Plasma. It is slightly alkaline, containing non-cellular substance, which constitute about 55% of the blood. Organic substance like protein, glucose, urea, enzymes, hormones, vitamins and minerals are present in the plasma. Formed elements of blood. Blood corpuscles are of three types. Red blood corpuscles, that is called RBC or erythrocyst. White blood cells, that's called WBC or leukocytes. Blood platelets or thrombocysts. First, the red blood corpuscles, erythrocysts. They are the most abundant cells in the human body. RBCs are formed in the bone marrow. The RBCs impart a red color to the blood due to the presence of respiratory pigment that is called hemoglobin. Matured mammalian RBCs do not have cell organelles and nucleus. They are biconcave and disc shaped. The lifespan is about 120 days. RBCs is involved in the transport of oxygen from lungs to tissues. White blood corpuscles or leukocytes. WBC are colorless. They do not have hemoglobin and are nucleated cells. It is found in the bone marrow, spleen, thymus, and lymph nodes. They are capable of amoeboid movements. The white blood corpuscles can be grouped in two categories. The first one, granuloleukocytes. Second one, agranucleocyte. See the picture of blood cells. For a neutrophil, eosinophil, phagocyte, and a lymphocyte and monocytes. See, they contain granules in the cytoplasm. Their nucleus is irregular or lobed. The granulocytes are of three types: neutrophil, eosinophils, and basophils. Neutrophils, they are large in size and have 2 to 7 lobed nucleus. These corpuscles form 60 to 65% of the total leukocytes. Their number are increased during infection and inflammation. Eosinophils, it has a bilobed nucleus and constitute 2 to 3% of total leukocytes. Their number increase during condition of allergy and parasitic infection. It brings about detoxification of toxin. Basophils. Basophils have lobed nucleus. They form 0.5 to 1% of total leukocytes. They release chemicals during the process of inflammation. Agranucleocytes. Granules are not found in the cytoplasm of this cell. The agranucleocytes are of two types: lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes, there are about 20 to 25% of the total leukocytes. They produce antibodies during bacterial viral infection. Monocytes, they are the largest of the leukocytes and they amoeboid in shape. These cells form 5 to 6% of the total leukocytes. They are phagocytic and can engulf bacteria. Blood platelets or thrombocytes. These are small and colorless. They do not have nucleus. There are about 250,000 to 4 lakh platelets cubic millimeter of blood. Lifespan of platelets is 8 to 10 days. They play an important role in clotting of blood. Platelets form clot at the site of injury and prevent blood loss. Anemia decrease the number of erythrocytes. Leukocytosis increase the number of leukocytes. Leukopenia decrease in the number of leukocytes. Thrombocytopenia decrease in the number of thrombocytosis. Function of blood: transport of respiratory gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, transport of digested food materials to the different body cells, transport of hormones, transport of nitrogenous excretory products like ammonia, urea and uric acid. It is involved in production of the body and defense against disease. It acts as a buffer and also helps in regulation of pH and body temperature. It maintains proper water balance in the body. Blood vessels, arteries and veins. Blood vessels are a network of branched tubes that transport blood. There are three types of blood vessels, namely arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries, they are thick and elastic vessels that carry blood away from the heart to various organs of the body. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery, which can carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Veins. Veins are thin and non-elastic vessels that transport blood to the heart from the different organs. All veins carry deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary vein, which carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Capillaries. Capillaries are narrow tube formed by branching of arteries which the unite to form the venules and veins. They are about 8 micrometer in diameter. Capillaries are formed of single layer of endothelial cells. A difference between artery and veins. Artery and veins, distributing vessels, veins as a collecting vessels, pink in color, red in color, deep location, superficial in location, blood flow with high pressure, blood flow with low pressure. Wall of artery is strong, thick and elastic. Wall of vein is weak, thin and non-elastic. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries. All veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary veins. Internal valves are absent, internal valves are present. See the structure of blood vessels. From heart, it getting for artery and arteriole, capillaries, venulae and veins to heart. types of circulatory system. Animal possess two types of circulatory system. They are open type, another one closed type. Open type. In open type, the blood is pumped by heart into blood vessels that open into blood space called as a sinus. These sinus are the body cavity which are called humiocle. Capillary system is absent. Example, arthropods, molluscs and ascidians. Closed types. In closed type, the blood flows in a complete circuit around the body through specific blood vessels. The blood flow from arteries to veins through small blood vessels called capillaries. Example, all vertebrates. Closed circulatory system was discovered by William Harvey in 1628, who is regarded a father of modern physiology. Structure of human heart. Heart is a muscular pumping organ that pumps out the blood into the blood vessels. Human heart is situated between the lungs, slightly tilted toward the left and above the diaphragm. In the throat cavity, the heart is made up of specialized type of muscles called the cardiac muscles. The heart is enclosed in double walled is called pericardium. It contains lubricating pericardic fluid which reduce the friction during heartbeat and protect in the form of mechanical injury. See the external structure of human heart. Superior vena cava, right atrium, right ventricle, aorta, pulmonary trunk, left atrium, pulmonary veins, left ventricle, inferior vena cava. The human heart is four-chambered. The two upper thin-walled chamber of the heart are called auricle or atria, single atrium, and two lower thick-walled chamber are called ventricles. The chamber are separated by partition called septum. The septum between the auricle and ventricles prevent the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The two auricles and separated from each other by interior septum. The left atrium is smaller than the right atrium. The right atrium receives oxygenated blood from different part of the body through the main veins, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary sinus, pulmonary veins, being oxygenated blood to the left atrium from the lungs. The right and left auricle pump blood into the right and left ventricle respectively. The ventricles from the lower part of the heart. The two ventricles are separated from each other by an intraventricular septum. The left and right ventricle have thick walls because the ventricles have to pump out blood with force away from the heart. From the right ventricle arises the pulmonary trunk, which bifurcates to form right and left pulmonary arteries. The right and left pulmonary arteries supply deoxygenated blood to the lungs of the respective side. The left ventricle is longer and narrower than the right ventricle. The walls are about 3 times thicker than right ventricle. The left ventricle gives rise to aorta. The oxygenated blood is supplied by the aorta to various organs of the body. The coronary arteries supply blood to the heart. See the internal structure of human heart: superior vena cava, aorta, pulmonary trunk, right atrium, left atrium, and pulmonary veins, aortic valve, pulmonary valve, and tricuspid valve, right ventricle, bicuspid valve, and left ventricle, cardiac muscles, inferior vena cava. Valves. The valves are the muscular flaps that regulate the flow of blood in a single direction and prevent backflow of blood. The heart contains 3 types of valves. Right atrioventricular valve. It is located between the right auricle and right ventricle. It has 3 thin triangular leaf-like flaps and therefore called tricuspid valve. The apses of the flap are held to the position by chordate tendon arising from the muscular projection of the ventricle wall, known as papillary muscles. Left atrioventricular valve. It is located between the left auricle and left ventricle. It has 2 cups and therefore called bicuspid or mitral valve. See, heart chamber in vertebrate animals, 2 chamber in fishes, 3 chamber in amphibians, incomplete 4 chamber in reptiles, 4 chamber in aves, mammals, and crocodiles. Semilunar valves. The major article, pulmonary artery and aorta, which leave the heart, have semilunar valve which prevent the backward flow of blood into the ventricle. They are the pulmonary and aortic semilunar valves. Types of blood circulation. The blood circulates in our body as oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The type of circulation are systemic circulation. Circulation of oxygenated blood from the left ventricle of the heart to various organs of the body and return to deoxygenated blood to the right atrium. Aorta carried oxygenated blood to all the organs of the body. Pulmonary circulation. The path of pulmonary circulation starts in the right ventricle. Pulmonary arteries arise from the right ventricle and reach the lungs with deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary veins collect the oxygenated blood from the lungs and supply it to the left atrium of the heart. Coronary circulation. The supply of blood to the heart muscles, cardiac muscles, is called as coronary circulation. Cardiac muscles receive oxygenated blood from coronary arteries that originate from the aortic arc. Deoxygenated blood from the cardiac muscles drain into the right atrium by the coronary sinus. When the blood circulates twice through the heart in one completely cycle, it is called double circulation. In double circulation, the oxygenated blood do not mix with the deoxygenated blood. However, in some animals, the oxygenated and deoxygenated bloods are mixed and pass through the heart only once. This type of circulation is called single circulation. Example, fishes, amphibian and certain reptiles. See the systematic and pulmonary circulation. See the capillaries, pulmonary arteries and synthetic cortical cells and heartbeat. One completed contraction, systole, and relaxation, diastole of the arterium and ventricle of the heart consists of heartbeat. The heart normally beats 72 to 75 times per minute. A neurogenic and myogenic heartbeat. Neurogenic heartbeat is initiated by the nerve's impulse caused from the nerve ganglion situated near the heart. Annelids most arthropods. Myogenic heartbeat is initiated by the specialized group of modified heart muscles fiber. Example, molluscus and vertebrate. Initiation and conduction of heartbeat in human heart is myogenic in nature. Contraction is initiated by specialized portion of the heart muscles, the sinoatrial node, which is situated in the wall of the right atrium near the opening of superior vena cava. The SA node is broader at the top and tapering below. It is made up of thin fiber. Sinoatrial nodes act as a pacemaker of the heart because it is capable of initiating impulse which can stimulate the heart muscles to contact. The impulse from the sinoatrial node spread and wave of contractive over the right and left article while pushing the blood through the arterioventricular valves into the ventricle. The wave of contractor from SA node reaches the arterioventricular node, which stimulate and emit and impulse of contracting, spreading of the ventricular muscles via the arterioventricular bundle and the Purkinje fibers. Arterioventricular bundle is discovered by His 1983, so he is called bundle of His. Pulse. When heart beat, the blood is forced into the arteries. The expansion of the artery every time the blood is forced into it is called pulse. It can be left by placing the fingerprint of the artery near the wrist. Normal pulse rate range from 70 to 90 for minutes. Cardiac cycle. The sequence of events occurring the beginning of the completion of one heartbeat is called cardiac cycle. During cardiac cycle, blood flow through the chamber of heart in a specific direction. Each cardiac cycle lasts about 0.8 seconds. The event during a single cardiac cycle involved arterial systole, contraction of arterioles 0.1 second, ventricular systole, contraction of ventricle 0.3 second, ventricular diastole, relaxation of ventricle 0.4 second. Heart sound. The rhythmic closure and opening of the valves caused the sound of heartbeat. The first sound, LUBP, is the longer duration. The sound called as a lub and is produced by the closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valve after the being of the ventricle systole. The second sound, dup, is of short duration and produced by the closure of similar valves at the end of ventricular cytosol. Blood pressure. Blood pressure is the force extended during the flow of blood against the lateral walls of arteries. The blood pressure is high in arteries, gradually drop in the arterioles and capillaries, and become very low in veins. Blood pressure is usually expressed in terms of the systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Systolic pressure. During ventricular systole, the left ventricle contracts and force blood into the aorta. The pressure rises to a peak, which is referred as systolic pressure. Diastolic pressure. During diastole, the ventricular relaxes and the pressure fall of the lowest valve, which is referred as diastolic pressure. In a healthy adult, during normal resting condition, systolic and diastolic blood pressure is expressed as 120 mm or 80 mm hemoglobin. Blood pressure varies during condition of physical exercise, anxiety, emotion, stress, and sleep. A prolonged or constant elevation of blood pressure is a condition known as hypertension. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack and stroke. A decrease in blood pressure is termed hypotension, low blood pressure. Stethoscope. A stethoscope is used to detect the sound produced by the internal organ of human body. The heart sound is heard by placing the stethoscope on the chest. It is a useful diagnostic tool to identify and localize health problem and diagnose disease. The modern electronic stethoscope are high precision instruments. See the stethoscope. The sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer is called a clinical instrument used to measure blood pressure when a person is relaxed and the resulting condition. The pressure of the brachial artery is measured. It helps to estimate the state of blood circulation and the working of the heart. It helps to diagnose this condition such as increased or decreased blood pressure. Monometric or modern digital types are the apparatus used to measure blood pressure. See the monometric and digital type of blood pressure apparatus. And blood grouping. The concept of blood grouping was developed by Karl Landsteiner in 19,000. He identified the blood group A, B, and O. AB blood group was recognized by Digestol and Stein in 1902. Human blood contains certain specific substances called agglutination or antigen and agglutination or antibodies. Antigens are found on the membrane surface of RBC. Antibodies are present in the blood plasma. Based on the absence of antigen and antibodies, human blood group is classified in 4 groups called A, B, AB, and O. An individual has one of 4 blood groups. A group individual, antigen A is present on the surface of RBC and the antibody B is present in the plasma. B group individual, antigen B is present on the surface of RBC and antibody A is present in the plasma. AB group individual, antigen A and B are present on the surface of RBC and both antibodies are present in the plasma. O group individual antigen A or B are absent on the surface of RBC. However, the plasma contains both antibodies A and B. Blood donation. In blood transfusion, one must consider the antigen-antibody compatibility matching between the donor and the person receiving blood. When the individual receives the mismatched blood group for the donor, agglutination of blood occurring in the body which lead to death. Person with AB blood group are called universal recipient as they receive blood from the person with any blood group. Person with O blood group are called universal donor as they can donate blood to person with any blood group. Rh factor was discovered by Landisner and Wegener in 1940. Rheus monkey. The surface of RBC contains the antigen for Rh factor. Rh positive person have Rh antigen on the surface of RBC, while Rh negative person do not have Rh antigen on the surface of RBC. Antibody develops against this Rh antigen is called Rh antibodies. See the distribution of antigen, RBC and antibody plasma in different blood groups. See the blood group, antigen on RBC, antibody in plasma, can donate to, can receive from. Blood group A, antigen A, antibody B, and can be donated A and AB blood group, receive from A and O. B, antigen B, antibody A can donate B and AB, can receive B and O. AB, antigen A and B, no antibody, can donate AB, can receive universal recipient A, B, AB and O. O, no antigen, both anti-A and B antibodies can donate to A, B, AB and O. That's called universal donor, can receive from O. Lymphatic system. The lymphatic system comprises lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, lymphatic ducts. Lymph is the fluid that flows through the lymphatic system. The lymphatic capillaries unite to form large lymphatic vessels. Lymph nodes are small, oval or pear-shaped structure located along the length of lymphatic vessels. See the lymph node, lymphatic ducts, lymph node and thoracic ducts. Lymph from the intercellular space drain into lymphatic capillaries. Lymph is a colorless fluid found with plasma protein and blood cells escape into the intercellular space in the tissue through the pores present in the wall of capillaries. It is similar to blood plasma but is colorless and contains less protein. The lymph contains very small amount of nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water and WBC. Function of lymphs: supply nutrients and oxygen to the spot where blood cannot reach. It drains away excess tissue fluid and metabolites and return proteins to the blood from the tissue space. The lymph also carried absorbed fat from the small intestine to the blood. The lymphatic capillaries are intervilli lacteal absorb digestive fats. Lymphocytes in the lymph define the body form functions. Remember 2 points. The movement of muscles from a region of higher concentration to a region of their low concentration without the utilization of energy is called diffusion. Osmosis is the movement of solvent or water molecules from the region of higher concentration to region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Transpiration is the evaporation of water in plants through stomata in the leaves. The circulatory system consists of the circulating fluid, the blood and lymph, and the heart and its blood vessels. The blood contains of two main components, the fluid plasma and formed elements blood cells, which are found suspended in the plasma. A muscular pumping organ that pump out of the blood into the blood vessels is called heart. The blood circulates in our body as oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The supply of blood to the heart muscles, cardiac muscles, is called coronary circulation. One complete contraction, systole, and relaxation, diastole, of atrium and ventricles of heart is called a heartbeat. The sequence of events which are during the being and completion of one heartbeat is called cardiac cycle. Blood pressure is usually expressed systolic pressure and diastolic pressure, 120 for 80. An individual has one of the four blood groups, A, B, AB and O. RH factor was discovered by Landsteiner and Weiner in 1940. LIMS if colorless fluid found when the plasma, protein and blood cells escape to the intracellular space in the tissue through the pores present in the wall of capillaries.